My name is Frank Hanner. I'm the character CG supervisor on the film. I'm here today with two of my fellow supervisors.
My name is Steve Wilson. I'm the character simulation supervisor. And I'm Greg Smith. I'm the character rigging supervisor.
So we wanted to spend a few minutes today and share with you some of the work done by our character TDs on this film. Now, our character TDs are the group of people responsible for building the character rigs. The simulation rigs, that's the clothing and the hair simulation. Just what is it that a character rigger does? I think the clearest example is if we say, well, without a rig, what do we get? Without a rig, we get a digital sculpture. We get a character who cannot move. So the riggers are really responsible for constructing a character's skeletons. They begin by building that structure. They find a way to attach the muscle and the skin to that skeleton. And then they build a set of animation controls so that the animators can push and pull the character around. When it comes to the character's faces, it's not just the gross motion of the body. The character's face is constructed by the rigger through really careful sculpting of the expressions and working out the details of the shapes that the brows might hit during different expressions, or the way the corner of the mouth moves, or the way the mouth and the cheek form a nice organic shape. But on Frozen, in addition to those details of the main characters, some of the challenges we had were populating this entire kingdom that you'll see in the film. So Frozen has more characters in it than any movie we've made here at Disney before. Of that kingdom, we have 312 unique character rigs for our ancillary characters. And they wear 245 cloth rigs. It's 245 unique simulated costumes. And that is... Remind me, guys, how many times more than?
It's more than double all the cloth rigs we've ever made here combined.
So across all of our movies, right?
Across all of our movies, it's twice as many as we've ever done.
So that is really tremendous. Incredible work output there. We also have 63 hair rigs, and some of the things that make the hairstyles and the hair rigs unique really are the design and the construction and the reference that was pulled for them. So our directors and art director and character designers had this idea to pull, obviously it's a very sort of Scandinavian, Norwegian set film, so they pulled a lot of reference from traditional Norwegian hairstyles. You'll see a lot of buns, you'll see a lot of braids. Each person has about 100,000 hairs on their head, so that's, a quarter of what Elsa's got. And just, as I was going through and counting all of these, I thought, it seems like a lot of hair. What about that last Disney princess we did with the long hair? You might remember
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel had very, very long hair. It was about 70 feet long. But going through and counting, Rapunzel only had about 30,000 hairs. That's like, what, 15 times less than Elsa. Elsa's hair is fantastic.
A little bit of extra life to it while they're doing the performance and help them guide the performance. It also saves them a lot of time having to do things like in this example here, stirrups and these little tassels on the horse. Instead of them having to animate that, which they normally would, Flourish is able to add that overlapping motion for them, and that allows them to focus on the actual performance and spend that time where it really counts. One of the places where this tool, though, is really useful is in Olaf's hair, or the sticks that make up his hair. So on the top, you can see in the performance that they're not moving at all. They're just really stuck into his head. And on the bottom, they have that little extra bit of balance that adds that extra bit of life to it. And animators could tweak these settings and adjust how this stuff looks in real time in their shots, which allowed them to spend that, like I say, extra time focusing on his performance. But our animators being what they are, they like to have a lot of control over things, so we have the ability to have different settings adjusted, how long the motion lasts, how strong it is, how much gravity has an effect on it. And animators could change these settings real time in their shot and see the effect, so they could really cater that extra motion while it is still